Talbonek was there for a moment, but Bombers take it away. Jose Lopez, the defenseman, back with Fredo Chavez, who comes up near the 20, sends it in for Lopez. Tries to play it off the boards, but double teamed. Take it back the other way. Reyes can't handle it. Bombers control it. Esteban will send it back. Olivas comes near side. Cañez. Rodriguez blocked away.
On the way, Amarillo outshot Boulder 10-5 in the first quarter.
Typical of the time of possession. But the goals are the same. One apiece.
All right, Mike, I think I've just been informed that we are definitely live now, so we were just practicing before, but we'll bring everybody up to date here in just a moment. It's the Amarillo Bombers defending MLIS champions against the Boulder United FC Halo. So it is 1-1 with 10:55 left here in the second.
Haven't missed a whole lot, as Phil said a moment ago. Teams definitely feeling each other out here early in this season in that first period. Bombers scored first. Pedro Castaneda is who we saw shooting the goal and making it, although I think officially they gave credit to who?
77, Carlos Hernandez.
To Carlos Hernandez, so we haven't quite figured that out yet. But we do know Giovanni Herrera was the one who scored for the Halo. And it's been pretty evenly played, as Phil mentioned. Amarillo out shooting Boulder in that first period 10-5, but we're all even in goals.
It was a dangerous pass across, and fortunately Bombers came away with that.
Fredo Chavez in goal, as always, and again nearly Herrera almost with his second goal.
Well, a nice save that time for Chavez once again.
Dangerous passes finally caught up to the Bombers there. It's going to be a corner kick.
First one.
Tyler Fabian from the corner tries to slide it through, cannot do it. Instead, we'll work it back out on the perimeter. Riza comes to the near side. Under 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Tied at 1. Not a lot of scoring, which sometimes is the case. In fact, the Bombers last year had some defensive contests, and this one's starting out that way for sure. Sent in by Bustos. Knocked away. Or by Chavez. I think I said Bustos, but by Chavez. Getting my goalkeepers confused. Here's Bustos in the all gray for Boulder.
By the way, the next game up for Boulder will be Sunday, January 4th, 1 o'clock at Utah. Ready for their nickname, the Uprising.
I kind of like that, the Uprising.
I do. Nice save.
Yeah, nice opportunity there for Boulder, but couldn't find the goal. Fredo Chavez was right there.
By the way, if people are wondering why we are the Bombers, it's in deference to Pantex out here, because that's where they stored some atomic bombs.
Where they what?
Store some atomic bombs.
Oh, I thought you said stole, and I was going to say, well, we don't really steal them, but okay, store. There you go. I think assembly and disassembly is the idea there at Pantex. Or used to be assembly. I don't know if they assemble it anymore, but they definitely disassemble our nuclear weapons, which...
That's our nickname, Bomb City, although it's Yellow City.
Yellow City,
for Amarillo means Amarillo in Espanol.
But yeah, Bomb City definitely has been a nickname for Amarillo for a long time because of Pantex. So the Amarillo Bombers bringing a championship last season to the town, winning their first season in MLIS. And now back with a mixture of players off that team and newcomers to try it here in year number 2 in this league. Lovegrove sends it back outside to Lopez. Good ball movement. Here's Miguel Reyes, or sorry, not Reyes, but Carlos Hernandez. Bustos there to stop it, and will play quickly down the field.
Good defense down there as Adrian Miller is also involved in that defense along with Jose Lopez.
Back the other way come the Bombers. Lopez gets free, can't get the shot away. That one hard off the glass by Lopez. Sends it in, goes back to Lopez. Never could find the handle in the middle as Miguel Diaz was there, but also a couple of defenders for Boulder there as well. Chavez comes to Olivas with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Centered for Reyes, gets rid of the defender, but some help by the Halo.
Now Vanderven getting back in the circle with a nice knockaway.
Bombers able to get it after the failure to clear it. Lopez had it, couldn't get a shot away. Drops it back for Olivas. A couple of players switching.
Darren Mitchell coming out on the defense.
Here's Olivas for the Bombers. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Conez back in as well for Amarillo. Here is Conez. Goes to Olivas. Now in the corner. Lovegrove with the header. Nobody home on the right side. Mitchell was over here on the right, but playing deeper. Big defensive struggle so far. Tied at 1. Over 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes left to play in this first half.
By the way, our chief referee today is Mario Garcia. Eric Bars is the second referee, the third and fourth are Rowdy Perez and Mark Garcia. Rowdy Davis, excuse me.
Let's see what that call is going to be. It's going to go against the Halo. So an opportunity here for the Bombers on the foul by Boulder.
Good sportsmanship down there by Bustos as he lifts up off the ground.
Free kick here for Lovegrove. Yeah. From about the 10-yard line. See what the Bombers can do with it. Blocked away nicely. Mitchell will drop it back for Chavez. Surveys. Goes deep. Trying to play that off the boards. Hard shot taken by Conez. Can't get through the defense. Good stop to keep it in the Bomber zone. Mitchell to Conez. Conez on the give and go. Couldn't quite control it. And Bustos with the takeaway. We have a whistle and a timeout, it looks like, with 3:46 to go in this second quarter. So far, no scoring here in the second period. A couple of goals by the Bombers and Halo in the first period, but that's been it so far. Big defensive battle going on here in Amarillo.
By the way, number 11, Darren Mitchell, is originally from Trinidad and Tobago, and he is going to be 36 years old on the 10th of January. I looked at his Wikipedia thing, and they had down there regular playing career and senior career. Boy, that hurts. When you're in your 30s and you're a senior.
Yeah.
And don't ask our age, folks.
It's like he's the Phillip Rivers, although he didn't come out of retirement, so.
First grandfather to throw a touchdown pass,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
In the NFL. Yeah, the problem with Mike and I, we're so old that when we get a birthday cake, they're not allowed to put candles because there are certain fire hazard
fire
laws
codes,
in that town.
Just can't risk it.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, I know you missed a lot because of our technical problems and especially internet problems, but it's 1-1 in that first goal, and it's really been an interesting defensive battle so far. A lot of times in indoor soccer, you don't think it's going to be that they're just going to score. But I think it's with only one match under both of these teams' season so far, they're just learning about their team and trying to figure out what the other guys are doing. So it'll get better as it goes on, I think.
Well, you kind of get the feeling that either team could score a goal at any time. It just goes in stretches. And so far, we haven't seen that cycle offensively really develop.
Bombers lead 4-3 in shots here in the second period.
So it's been much more even possession-wise here in the second quarter. Bombers had a 10-5 lead in shots on goal in the first quarter. Takeaway here.
But good there.
Yeah, good job to get back defensively by Pedro Castaneda for the Bombers.
And a nice little kick save there by Chavez. 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Luis Esteban back on for Amarillo. I'll send that in for Miguel Reyes. Boy, it almost got loose there for a moment. Bustos sends it to the midfield.
Bustos a rather tall goalie, wouldn't you say? About 6'3", 6'4"?
He does look pretty tall. That's good range. Good centering pass, and the goal off of Fredo. He got a part of it, but he couldn't keep it from going in. And let's see who that is. It is Luis Reyes for Boulder United, and they take a 2-1 lead. So again, Fredo Chavez couldn't quite keep that out of goal. He was a little upset at himself because he got a good piece of it, but didn't get it all.
I think when he tried to grab it, it just went out of his hands again and slipped into the goal.
So we'll see how the Bombers react now, being behind for the first time. Esteban sends it forward. Boy, that's nice defense by Jackson Vanderven. But the Bombers come right back. Shot off the boards. Run down by Adrian Miller. Miller sends it in just wide of the goal.
It's amazing the power they get off their boots, isn't it?
Yeah, they definitely have some guys who can fire it in there. Trying to slip that in to Reyes, but it will go out of bounds, and Bombers will try to take advantage of that as they rotate in players from the top of the arc now.
1:32 to go here in the half.
Luis Esteban. See if he'll tried himself or go to either side. Tried himself off the wall. And Chavez there to send it back in. Oh, nobody there for the Bombers on that pass by Esteban. So the Bombers will get it again from the top of the circle. Actually, no, this will be from the yellow line this time. That was, I think, the two-line pass maybe rule coming into play.
Okay, well, that's a little high and wide.
And out of play, needless to say, by Jamie Lovegrove. Rushed that one just a tad, I think.
Yeah, he was anxious there. He thought he had a good angle.
Bustos sends it deep. Been a good competitive first half. 1:05 to play in the second quarter. Bombers trailing 2-1. Mitchell with the takeaway. Whoops. And then Hernandez gives it right back. Bombers on the attack now. Hernandez comes near side. Oh, that's a nice pass off the boards. Munoz, that's off the post, the side of the goal. That's how close that one was by Jorge Munoz. And the Halo not giving up quite yet either, but Chavez complaining that he was hit.
And the tape stuck on his foot.
Yeah, the tape is gone on both sides of the arc. We'll have to work on that at halftime. Only 10 seconds left to go. Maybe one more try here for the Bombers. 7 seconds, 6. Chavez off the boards, gonna have to hurry. 1 second left, not gonna get it away, and that will do it for the first half of play. Well, defense, the name of the game so far in this season opener for the Amarillo Bombers. Thankfully, they've played good defense, but so have the Halo. And it's a 2-1 Boulder lead over Amarillo here at halftime. We'll take a break and come back and get that second half underway in just a little while. More Amarillo Bombers coming up shortly.
What did he say? He said, just leave our mics open. Okay. Pick up the sounds. So the first part we did,
So yeah, so people will hear it, but I'm telling y'all live now. So y'all after this live, so yeah, it's still. Sure, I mean, I don't mind. I think you're talking to him. I think you're talking to him. I guess there's a few jobs. Let's go. Okay. That's how you lock it? Yep. I'll slow down. Power wise? Yeah, it should be right there. Oh no, you can leave the camera right there. You're just gonna be right here. Just make sure you don't get this other camera in there. Yeah. Can you? Yeah. Can you? He's gonna get this set up. Yeah. I'll switch back. This camera. Follow the ball. Switch this. Follow the ball.
CD La Quadra.
Okay. They're playing Carrollton,
Just so that.
TOCA soccer.
Watch this.
Dates back to a small town in Mexico where a group of young men, including the co-founder, came together for a shared passion for soccer.
I was going to have to learn to speak Spanish.
I didn't have too much going on.
That is Gucci. Let me know when y'all ready, and I'll lift it up.
I kind of wait till I get off and get ready.
Overall, it's pretty cool, though. My first time doing this. Last time I was down 5 years ago.
Something I learned from Jim Pratt. He said, always pronounce Hispanic names properly. And I worked at Channel 7.
Jim Pratt.
And then one day, had a murder-suicide in Bovine, and honest to God, her name was Guadalupe Hernandez Woodall. And Danny Garcia got me laughing, so I was a reader.
Yeah.
Of film. He said, quick, Danny, read this before the next. 27-year-old Guadalupe killed her in Las Vegas. Just laughing. Oh, a lot of stupid stuff.
We're about to be live right here.
Well, we welcome you back to the Amarillo Civic Center here in Amarillo, Texas, after a very defensive first half of indoor soccer. I'm Phil Woodall, along with our play-by-play announcer Mike Roden. And Mike, 17-10, the Bombers outshot the Boulder United Halo in that first half of action, but they came up with a couple of big goals, especially on top of the arc. That really helps. And right now, the Bombers just trying to figure a way to see if they can come back against this very good team.
Well, we know based on what they did last year, they have the offensive players to score a lot of goals, but just haven't been able to do much with it. They've had some opportunities, as you said, out shooting the Halo, but you've got to find it and put it in the goal, and that's the goal here as the team here in the second half. Continue to play good defense and hopefully being able to get that offense cranked up a little bit. But Boulder United having a lot to do with that. Bustos has been good, turning shots away, and then the defense, especially for the Halo in the second quarter, was much better than what it was in the opening period. So just underway here in quarter number 3, and the Bombers trailing Boulder United 2-1. Again, good mix of returning players off of that champion team a year ago for the Bombers, but also some newcomers they're trying to work through. Here's Luis Esteban, one of the newcomers. He'll go to another one on the near side, and a good shot taken, but turned away by Bustos, as Lovegrove had a good look at that, and it was curving toward that far post. And another nice save by Bustos. And he looks like he might be hurt after that one. as it was a rocket.
Well, and he's the only goalkeeper listed on the roster that I saw, unless there was something different I did not see. But let's put it this way, hopefully it's just had the air knocked out of him.
Yeah, now I wondered if anybody was going to notice that the goal was misplaced a little bit. Yeah, they did. The official there to take care of that. That just has to hurt when the ball hits you that hard, no matter where it is. You're going to feel it. That ball is hard. Feels like a brick coming at you a lot of times. Hopefully he's okay. Trying to walk it off.
That's kind of like in volleyball when you get hit in the face. That's called a six-pack, and it hurts too.
Sure enough. Thankfully, I've never experienced either one of them. But I do have a son that plays soccer, and he can tell you for sure. Looks like he's okay.
Glad somebody in your family has great talent in the sports field.
Yeah, sure wasn't me. 2-1 our score here.
I thought
early
you were
third
a good
quarter.
tennis player in Memphis, Texas.
Good is kind of a relative term. I wasn't bad. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
So, but boy, that was a long time ago. The athletes they turn out today are just amazing with their ability and what they can do. And this is a good brand of indoor soccer, Major League Indoor Soccer. And the Bombers' first outing of the season after a championship season a year ago. But so far, finding the going pretty tough against the team from Boulder United.
Well, this is a big one right here at the top of the arc once again. I think they've scored most of their goals.
Lavalier off the wall. Yeah, the first one was just the kick from the top of the arc. The second one was, I think, a rebound after that kick. And so, yeah, it's been instrumental in this one. Leyva sends it in for the halo. Now we'll drop it back. Good job by Abel Olivas to get the takeaway for the Bombers. Fredo Chavez not afraid to come out of goal. In fact, he's taken a couple of the Bombers' shots in this match so far today. Near side, Miguel Diaz for the Bombers. Gets it back. Tries to go between defenders. Lopez chases it down, but has to drop it back to Chavez. And he'll work to Olivas on the right side. 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. Bombers maintain possession for the moment. Chavez will work off the boards.
Look like some of their set pieces, they just haven't been able to get it organized enough to make a great attack so far.
Yeah, I don't know if it's adjustments by Boulder United or exactly what the struggle is on offense for the Bombers. They looked pretty good early on in that first period. Took a lot of shots, just didn't get any to fall. And again, Boulder with a lot to do about that as they've played good defense. Here's Hernandez. He'll play it back. Now go to Lopez on the near side. Jose Lopez through defenders. He gets it back, but Bustos with the kick out. Nicely done. He saved a goal right there. Good slide and tackle by Salea. M. Salea seeing his first action of the day for the Bombers, number 99. Played a lot for the team a year ago in that championship season. Darwin Leyva was there in front of the goal for the halo. Couldn't get a good look at it, though. Chavez sends it deep. Here's Lovegrove. And a good slide, or maybe not. Foul's going to be called and a free kick for the Bombers. Lovegrove complaining that the defender is too close. That's Lavalier. Jamie Lovegrove, newcomer on the team this year, puts it in play. Was looking in the middle for Canez, couldn't get it. Now here's Darren Mitchell on the near side. Aguirre with good defense to force the Bombers backwards. Mitchell retreats. And the takeaway by the Halo. Bombers able to work it back the other direction. But that'll go to Bustos, and he'll handle it.
Obviously not feeling the effects of that injury he had just a few moments ago.
You said it in the first half. He looks tall. He looks big. And he is way up here to take a shot himself, but he'll send it high. That looked a lot like the shot that Fredo took in the first half.
Yeah, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him when on that collision over there. And it doesn't feel good, folks, trust me.
No,
We've all done it if you've played sports.
Takes a while to work that out.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Miller down below us here on the near side of the field. Darren Mitchell, the defender, on the far side. Now Castaneda coming to help. Either he had a goal, or either him or Carlos Hernandez for the Bombers in the first half. We thought it was Castaneda. Officially, though, they gave it to Hernandez, but it's the only goal so far for the Bombers. It came early with a little over 3 minutes gone in the first quarter, and the Halo have not allowed anything since then. That shot just wide by Castaneda, showing you the power in his leg.
Well, I like the way Miller pointed over there to tell Lovegrove to get back over there and let's set it up again.
Miller's another veteran with not much hair.
Just on his face.
Just on his face, not much on the top. He was a great player for the Bombers in that championship run a year ago. Fredo way up. And of course, Darren Mitchell playing center field there in case something happens. Nice touch. Oh, Reyes couldn't get his footing, though. And that looked like a golden opportunity, but nothing comes of it. Herrera sends it to the near side. Chavez with the kick save. Herrera retrieves it, sends it high off the glass to the far side of the field. Lavalle comes up. Now gets it to Aguirre. Looking for Herrera again. Boy, that was a nice kick. Got it around the defender, and Chavez, thankfully, didn't take his eyes off of it. Herrera, a really active player for Boulder United. He's got a goal. Luis Reyes has the other goal for the Halo. Miller will drop it back. Coming up on 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. Ball sent in. Esteban drops that one back for Miller, who resets to Chavez. Vander Ven sends that into the crowd, so that'll give the Bombers a chance here. And we have a timeout with 7 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Kind of a repeat of the earlier first half, Phil. Not much offense so far.
Yeah, and I think a lot of credit goes to Boulder. Their defense has been very solid when the Bombers have been able to make something, either a mistake on their part or something goes awry. But they've also had very good goalkeeping today by Bustos. I think he has done a terrific job. So has Fredo Chavez, although one got away from him. And that probably is the difference in the game so far. But again, it's only the first game of the year for the Bombers, only the second for Boulder. Unlike Orlando Atletico, which has played 7 matches so far and leads with 16 points. That is just hard to believe, isn't it?
I guess, you know, the teams in your proximity, and so they're able to play for whatever reason sooner. And these two teams just getting their seasons underway.
Well, it's a good league. It's got a lot of interesting people, and you just think of all the different scorers that the Bombers have had for years. One of the guys who was a terrific scorer last year, David Treviso, is not with the team at this time, but tell you what, he is a young man that can really put the ball in the goal when you get an opportunity.
Boy, he was a key for this team a year ago. Going to have to get others to step up in his absence. Well, the kiddos have decided to go and sit behind Bustos in goal. I hope they know they'll have to switch ends here in a minute at the end of the third quarter.
They're young. They can make it.
They don't care. Again, Bombers looking kind of for the right mix on offense. They haven't really found much today. That shot blocked away nicely by Tyler Fabian. Diaz with a strong kick, but Fabian was right there to deflect it away. Diaz gets it back, drops it for Lopez. Lopez drops it. Let's see who comes away with it. Esteban for Amarillo. Olivas comes to the near side. They're looking in the middle for Kiki Canez. He plays that same position as Miguel Reyes. In fact, we haven't seen Miguel since, I guess, early stages of the second quarter. Don't know if he was injured or not, or if Chad Webb just wanted to get more experience for some of the other guys to start off the season. Had to go out of play off of Celaya.
Yeah, there you notice the ball went off the foot of Nicky Canas, and it was just kind of an unenforced error, and they were able to recover the ball, Boulder was, and set up their own set piece this time.
Brando Bustos sends it deep for Boulder United. Bombers able to control it as Canes drops it back. Felipe Baez in now, number 12, goes back to Chavez. Defense for the Halo forcing. Carlos Hernandez with it for the Bombers. Around the defender nicely. But it's blocked away and will be Bombers ball as they get the kick. Looking to center that as Lopez goes across the field. That's blocked up into the boards. Good job by Hernandez to keep it for the Bombers. Now Celaya in the corner. And it no, it doesn't trickle in. Boy, I thought that was in, but not quite. Mitchell now makes a nice move. He shoots, and it's turned away again by Bustos. Frantic action. Yeah, we're going to have to call that a foul.
Now, Mitchell and, well, they have a little extracurricular activity, as they say.
Herrera, and, well, it started out as Herrera and Baez. That was where the jersey pull came, and Mitchell took exception.
We got a yellow card on each.
That's our first penalties, I think, of the day, isn't it?
It is, very much so. So they'll be off the field for a couple of minutes.
And probably deservedly so with the pushing and shoving. Thankfully, it didn't go any further than that. If it's a yellow, it'll be 5 minutes. And that's what they've put on the board. Blue is 2. So both teams penalized. They are able to replace the player, though. when it's a yellow, unlike the blue penalty that results in a power play. Here's Luis Reyes, and Chavez had to save that. Reyes has a goal today for Boulder United. There's Miguel Reyes back in now for the Bombers. Hernandez sends it down the near side. Castaneda trapped in the corner. Dribbles back out. Miller. Castaneda goes to the far side of the field. Carlos Hernandez, nice move without the ball, and he gets the goal. Stayed with it. Reyes really created that. He'll get the assist, and the Bombers finally break through for the first time since a little over 3 minutes into the game.
Just kept after it, kept after it, kept after it, and something good came.
And I guess that's technically going to be the second goal for Carlos Hernandez. They credited him with the first one, even though we thought it was Castaneda. And so it doesn't really matter who scores it, as long as they get it in. And that was the case there. Reyes kept it alive. And then, again, Carlos Hernandez just stayed after it with great determination.
Well, that's another one of the new players this year for the Bombers.
And making a big impact so far. I was about to say he looks like, just from a distance, and we are at a distance, he looks like Abel Olivas to me.
Yes.
Just they resemble each other a little bit. Kleber Rodriguez fighting for the ball, and he's taken off his feet. That was a good takedown over there by number 2, Andre Lavalle. Lavalle still battling for it. But the Bombers come away with it, have another chance here. But it skips past. Now they'll
It's
reset.
fast and furious action.
It is. Shot from way outside. Taken by Jose Lopez. Lopez will get it back here. And Bustos has to block that one away.
Hey, it's a good thing Bustos has had a great game, or they probably gone in for about 3 or 4 more goals.
Definitely. He's had some great saves. That one close by Rodriguez. Just off to the near side. Bombers, again, able to keep the possession. And there is another goal. This one from the right side. Just coming in for that goal was M. Salea. He had just rotated in, came off the bench, and put it in to the far post.
2 goals in 1:20, and that has given the Bombers a 3-2 lead. Quite a difference here in the last minute or so, and they've scored both goals here in this third quarter.
Well, they have really picked up the pace, as you said, and it has resulted in a couple of quick goals and some momentum for the Amarillo Bombers. They just didn't seem to have a whole lot other than the opening goal, and had gone a long stretch without anything.
Bombers have outshot Boulder 11-3 in this third quarter, and you can certainly tell. Thank goodness for that great goalkeeping of Bustos for you Colorado fans, because without him, it would be a big margin.
Still 2:46 left to go in the penalty to the 2 players, 1 for each side. And 2:35 to play in this third quarter. But finally, a little life offensively for the Amarillo Bombers.
They're good.
It's kind of a long time in coming after that quick first goal. Now the question is, can they sustain it? Or will the timeout help the Halo kind of get them regrouped?
Assist on that last goal by Salea went to number 24, Jose Lopez. Miguel Reyes got the one for Carlos Hernandez on that big battle down inside the circle. Adrian Miller clapping his hands at the 20-yard line, saying, "Let's go, boys."
It has been a struggle between these two teams today. Good match to start the year for the Bombers. But you know, they wanted, and that's one thing they did for the most part here at home last year, Phil, was be able to play well and defend their home turf. That's obviously always important.
And I believe they were a highest scoring team in MLIS last year, if I'm not mistaken. Remember, they had a couple of 20-plus goal games.
That went off to the right side by Riza, I believe, who took that shot from the top of the arc. Deep ball by Bustos. Rudy Medina was there, but couldn't do a whole lot with it. Now they'll fight for it on the far side of the field. And a takedown.
Well, now we have a little pushing and shoving, and uh-oh.
Did he say too much?
He may have. He's being lectured to right now by...
That's a good way to put it.
Yep, by Mr. Garcia, the chief referee, Mario.
Kiki Canez had something to say, and the official was not going to put up with it and let him know quickly. Back to play. Miller sends it to Fredo Chavez on the near side. Luis Esteban back in as a defender for the Bombers. Esteban sends it back to Chavez. Now Fredo ahead for Luis. Sends it through. Oh, beautiful try by Celaya. But again, Bustos there to turn it away.
Tell you what, I like what Bustos has done. He's patted a couple of the Bombers on their backs for good player stuff. So
boy,
I like good sportsmanship.
Tell you what, it looked like the Bombers had that set up perfectly, but Bustos just came through with the save. Have to give credit where credit's due.
Well, they're really putting the pressure in the offensive zone right now for the Bombers.
Yeah, they have turned it up a notch and a half at least. And that went off the top post as Canez was there, but just a little high. Good try, but not quite.
Got 1 minute exactly remaining here in the third quarter.
Boy, the period can't end soon enough for Boulder United as the Bombers are just swinging away like a heavyweight and landing blows, just not able to get the knockout punch here, even though they've come up with a couple of goals in the period. Here's Castaneda, turned away. That's a nice play by Munoz to send it down the field. That one is centered, but nobody there. Lopez able to clear it for the Bombers, but they give it right back. But the shot sent wide. Medina rushed it a little bit. Probably had more time than he thought. There's a nice takedown by Jorge Munoz.
Is this indoor soccer or WWE?
Well, it's looked a lot like WWE lately, and that'll cost him 2 minutes here at the end of the third quarter on into the fourth. We have, what does that say, Phil? 14.1 seconds left. Couldn't see on the far end.
It's kind of like a pass in regular football. There's a lot of grabbing of the jersey, and when they grab the jersey, that's called pass interference.
So power play opportunity here for Amarillo to end this third, and also will be to start the fourth unless they can score here in the next 14 seconds. Carlos Hernandez set to put it in play. Goes to Esteban. First power play we've seen today. 5 seconds to play in the period. Here's Esteban, just wide of the mark as the buzzer sounds, but we'll still have a minute 46 of a power play opportunity to go when we come back in the fourth quarter. But a solid third quarter for the Bombers, Phil, as they grab the lead away from the Halo.
Well, for the Bombers in that third quarter, boy, they really wrapped up their offense early on. They take the lead 3-2 on a goal by Carlos Hernandez, assisted by Miguel Reyes, with 3:55 left to tie it up at 2-2. And a minute 20 later, Emma Salea picks up a big goal with 2:35 to go to give them the lead 3-2, and they outshot Boulder in that third quarter 14-3, and they lead in shots for the game 31-13, and yet it's a 3-2 game, which means good defense by Boulder and outstanding goalkeeping by Brando Bustos.
And the scary thing that the margin is so great of shots on goal, but the Bombers have only, as you said, mustered 3 goals. Well, you sure don't want that to come back and haunt you. But as long as it's this close, it's a possibility.
Yeah, and usually last year a lot of those goals were going in, and they were able to chuck up some large margins and keep ahead, especially here at home. But they also picked up some big victories on the road with their offensive prowess. They were the highest scoring team in MLIS last year.
So definitely starting slowly on the offensive end this year, but finally got some life there in that third quarter. See if they can keep that momentum. And again, they'll have a minute 46 left of the power play opportunity when we start the fourth quarter.
And don't forget, fans, coming up next on Saturday, January 3rd at 7 o'clock in the evening, it'll be Dallas La Cuadra FC coming in to play the Amarillo Bombers, so that'll be a big match up there. Make your plans to get your tickets through panhandletickets.com or right here at the Amarillo Civic Center. And tell you what, Mike and I have been broadcasting these for several years through the other leagues and through the other ownership group, and it's really become an exciting brand. I know everybody says, well, outdoor soccer, boy, that's boring, but I guarantee you this is a fast brand of stuff. And by the way, they are retaping. I don't know how that tape doesn't stick, but when you got that many feet down there, it's going to take a while.
Little patchwork being done on the far end.
You know, if they'd used duct tape, that wouldn't come up at all, because you know what a redneck will never say. You can't fix that with duct tape. So
it looks more like athletic tape, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
It just doesn't stick real well. But I guess they need something white. But I think duct tape comes in every color, doesn't it?
It does indeed. And
so
I just seeing if you saw my corny joke. So.
I tried to skip past it, but.
Hey, folks, it's the only talent I have is that. Now, I tell you what, it's a good brand of soccer. I know you people back there in the Colorado area need to come out and support your team. They're a very good team, and despite losing their first match 8-4 to Orlando, which leads the league or the division with a 16-point lead. But guarantee you this is a very good team and worth your time and effort and your money to go see them.
Well, they have played well today against the Amarillo Bombers, again, the defending league champions. Not quite the same team as what won it all last year, but they still have plenty of returning players from that squad. And so I'm sure was expected to be a tough one for Boulder United, but they've come and they have responded and led a large part of this match and still in it at 3-2 as we head to the fourth and final period.
By the way, they'll switch sides, and as you look at the screen, it'll be Boulder going right to left and the Bombers the opposite way.
And again, all the screaming kids did make the move to the far end to
That's good.
harass Brando Bustos. All right, the crew doing a good job to get the tape down, and we're ready to go here with the fourth quarter. Let's see who will take control of this match. Still up for grabs by either team.
Well, it's good they got the kids involved. We had the teddy bear toss today. So, again, that's the future of this game is bring those young ones in and let them see what it's all about and get them to be future players.
Here we go, fourth quarter. Bombers in the power play. Carlos Hernandez will shoot it and will score. What a day he has had.
3 goals.
Carlos Hernandez, welcome to the Amarillo Bombers.
Thank you for coming.
And he has made an immediate impact with, again, officially 3 goals. And the Bombers lead it 4-2. M. Salea with the other goal for Amarillo. Luis Reyes and Giovanni Herrera have scored the 2 for Boulder United. Biggest lead of the day, though, Phil, at 2 goals.
And 3 goals in a row for the Bombers.
Collision back deep. Good defense by Lovegrove for the Bombers. Felipe Baez sends it to Chavez. Far side of the field. Nice drop for Castaneda. That's blocked away. Chavez will handle that. Jose Lopez in as a defender for the Bombers now. Coming to take that pass is Castaneda. Now Lopez. Lovegrove through defenders, gets tripped up, no call.
I think he took a dive there.
Rodriguez lost it. And the halo. Nobody home. Oh, dangerous part of the field, though, and it cost them. Darwin Leyva put that one in, and a mistake by the Bombers ends up costing them. Boy, that takes the momentum away quickly.
Still got the lead, but when you give up one like that, that really does hurt. 4-3, Bombers still ahead.
Little indecision there with the Bombers player and Fredo in goal. They didn't get it cleared, and Leyva right there. Luis Esteban back on now as a defender. Here on the near side, takes the pass from Chavez before sending it back. Also Adrian Miller back on. Rodriguez. Miller. Good ball movement by the Bombers. Esteban. Sends it in. Couldn't run down the rebound. That one goes past everyone.
Now Miller hit that hard off the glass and it almost caromed into the legs of a Bomber player.
Nice job by Esteban to hold on to the ball. By the way, both teams at full strength now after that goal a few moments ago. And that rattles in. Luis Esteban from distance. And a beauty for another newcomer on the team. Gets that goal right back for the Bombers, now leading at 5-3.
And this time, 1:30 in between the goals. So it's 5-3. We're seeing more offensive action here in this second half. I think it was a feeling out period in that first half, that's for sure.
Beauty by Esteban. So back to the 2-goal cushion for the Bombers. Chavez works quickly. Able to leave us back in as he takes the pass. Patiently works back to Fredo. Gets it back in the middle of the field with space. Near side. Salea forced to the corner. Here's Lopez on the attack. Boy, great help on the in front of the goal by Riza to turn it away. Bombers keep the pressure on. On the move is Hernandez. It's been a big day for him. And that's going to be a whistle and a foul called on Tyler Fabian. Free kick here for the Bombers. See what Hernandez will do with this one. He's going for it. Bustos turns it away. Oh, and that hits just high. Salea almost had a second goal for Amarillo.
I think these guys get so excited when it comes back into them. They just naturally kick it high every once in a while to not get a score.
Hard not to rush it, trying to get it in there. Here's Giovanni Herrera. He has a goal today for Boulder United. Sends it in the corner.
Oh, nice takeaway that time.
Beautiful takeaway by the Bombers, Pedro Castaneda.
In other words, he stole cookies out of the cookie jar with that takeaway.
Really did. Bombers can afford to be very patient. Of course, that's kind of part of their MO is working the ball down the field, looking for an opening, and then setting that offense in motion. They'll rotate in players. Darren Mitchell is back on. Here's Olivas. Again, just don't have to be in a rush. Take some time off the clock. Play keep away. Just don't get out of your natural offense. And here comes Darren Mitchell with an opening. He'll send that one in, but high off the glass and out of play.
Bombers lead overall in shots in the game, 35-14, 4-1 here in the fourth quarter.
Well, the second half, they have really dominated possession and shots on goal. They started out that way before Boulder United kind of evened things up in the second quarter. And a chance here. Oh, and a great save by Fredo Chavez.
Boy, he had to reach for that one and got it with a glove hand.
Boy, it looked like Reyes had an easy goal. Well, I say easy. It's all relative. But he had it lined up, and it would have been, except for a great save by Fredo. Lavalle will have to drop it, and then he's fouled. Who's that? Is that Reyes that's upset about that call?
I think so, yeah.
He's been known to get upset about calls.
I remember a couple of penalties last year that he had problems with.
A couple is an understatement. But he is a great competitor. Good defense by the Bombers, forcing. And now we've got some contact, and we've got a blue card penalty coming up on Boulder United.
That was away, yeah.
I think that is Jorge Munoz. It was away from the ball. And it'll cost him 2 minutes. Munoz to the penalty box. Oh, now we've got one called on the Bombers as well.
I think it may be Darren Mitchell because he's protesting from the bench right now. Here he comes.
Yep, they're pointing him to the penalty area. The referee doesn't want to hear an explanation.
By the way, Mitchell's is going to be 5 minutes, and the other one, Munoz, will be 2 minutes.
Mitchell spent 5 minutes on a yellow card a few minutes ago in the penalty box.
As Shakespeare would say, thou dost protest too much. You don't know whether that's right or not, but I was a Shakespeare fan, believe it or not.
I think you're spot on there with your Shakespeare quote. I'm impressed you put that in there.
I remember a professor down at WT that he knew I liked Shakespeare.
7:38 to go in this fourth quarter. Bombers lead by 2. And well, all of a sudden we've had a myriad of penalties, but it will still be a power play opportunity for Amarillo. See if they can take advantage here in this next 2 minutes. Lovegrove sent it in.
Nice knockaway there inside the circle. Here's the green-shoed 3-goal, Mr. Hernandez.
Thought he was going to wind up and take a shot there, but he didn't. Gets it back. Down to 1:25 to go in the penalty. Still no real good open look yet. Bustos with the save. As Reyes tried to slip that one in there.
Well, I tip my hat to Bustos. He has been a maniac back there because he's been bombarded with shot after shot.
Yeah, he has had a lot of good saves. Carlos Hernandez goes to Lovegrove. Off the boards to the far side for Esteban. Again, tried to slip that in the middle, couldn't do it. 45 seconds to go in the penalty. Bombers sure could use an insurance goal here. At the same time, they're taking time off the clock, which is good. They close in now. Deflected away by Taubenek. 20 seconds left in the penalty. It'll go all the way back to Fredo with now 12 seconds left. Going to be one more shot, about all they're going to get here. Esteban has that blocked away. It'll go out. 4 seconds left in the penalty.
Got to credit Boulder with a fantastic defense there on the power play. And we've got timeout maybe?
I think we do. 5:42 to go in this fourth quarter. Bombers on top 5-3. And what has been a really good match here this afternoon in Amarillo to start the season for the Bombers. And not quite ready to close the books yet. Still time for Boulder United to be able to mount a comeback. But so far, so good for the Bombers. Boy, this would be a hard-earned victory if they get it.
Would be, and again, it's the first game of the year, and when you look at that and you have some experience on your team, then you have some new players, you got to work those together, and they've got to, you know, they've been through practices and stuff, Mike, but I think what happens when you get a game situation, you got to know where a guy likes to have the ball and where he, you know, what you want to set up. I think the good player for the Bombers who really settles things down is so experienced as number 5, Adrian Miller. He's the kind of guy that just kind of goes with the flow. He's a fiery competitor, but I guarantee you he knows how to set some things up.
Yeah, and Jamie Lovegrove seems to be the same type of player, a guy who's been around and obviously is probably as much a coach as he is a player on the field. And so that sure is a benefit when you have those types of players.
And speak of Adrian Miller, he's going to put it in play.
Last 4 seconds of the penalty. Clock has not started. Still 2 minutes to go in the penalty to Darren Mitchell.
And that was part of a 5-minute penalty. That's its second 5-minute penalty today. Got a feeling his protestations over on the bench was what got him in the Kulu.
Having some trouble, I guess, with the clock. So, yeah, that shows zeros in the on the scoreboard clock. Hope somebody was keeping time so we'll know how much is left. I'm sure the official.
I thought it was about 5. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Boy,
was going to say 5:41. But
okay, you almost got it right on the nose. Now we're back to play. Esteban into the penalty, and that last shot goes high and deflected away by Bustos, so it'll be Bombers possession.
Back on for Boulder is number 10, Giovanni Herrera. Well, he is a very aggressive player. Let's see if they go
he's
to
a
him
spark
again.
plug. He reminds me a little of Julio Molina for the Bombers,
Right.
who's on the roster, just not here today for Amarillo. Again, the Boulder United just has not had any sort of offensive opportunity in the second half. They've just not been able to mount a threat at all, which again, Bombers defense, a big reason behind that, and maybe pretty much the entire reason. Five minutes left. Still not out of the reach of the halo. So Bombers have got to keep the pressure on. Here's Herrera sending that one in. Nothing there in the corner for Andre Arendt. Adrian Miller will drop it back for the Bombers. Again, there's not really any reason to rush it down the field. You can take some more time off the clock if you can.
And you got a good goalkeeper like Fredo Chavez. Makes it easier to set some stuff up because he is a very good offensive-minded too.
Herrera knocks Miller to the turf. So the foul whistle.
Miller almost got hit in the face by his fellow player that time. Now he's coming off.
Abel Olivas will put it in play for the Bombers.
It's almost like a four-corner offense in basketball right now for the Bombers.
Now they'll start the attack. But again, if you don't have a good look, all you have to do is just work it back. Now that's not a good pass there by Salea. But he makes up for it with some good defense there. And Boulder United wants a timeout with 3:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to call a timeout, down by 2.
Fans, don't forget from Boulder, your next game for the Halo will be on Sunday, the 4th of January, 1 o'clock Central Time. That's actually, I think, noon Mountain Time at the Salt Lake City, Utah Uprising. And for the Amarillo Bombers, their next game will be at home on Saturday, January 3rd, 7 o'clock right here at Cal Farley Coliseum, as they'll take on Dallas FC La Cuadra. They play their home games in the Dallas suburb of Carrollton, which featured from Carrollton R.L. Turner High School, Arkansas quarterback Bill Montgomery. Everybody's saying, who is that? And again, this year, we always welcome everybody on MLISpro.com on the YouTube channel, as we'll bring you all the matches home and away of the Amarillo Bombers. And I think it's a free service, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, after the timeout, we're back to play.
So it's MLIS Pro TV. There we go. I had the website correct.
3:39 left to go. Still 1:01 left to go in the 5-minute yellow card penalty for Darren Mitchell of the Bombers. That is way out of play as Lavalle sends that one high. And what's the call?
I think they say it was deflected out, so it wasn't on the shot. It was a deflection by the Bombers, I think is what the ruling is.
And that will
corner kick.
Keep the ball with Boulder United. Here's Herrera. Thought about the shot. Goes back to Leyva. Seconds precious, though, for the Halo here, as they're down by 2 goals. And haven't had many shots at all in this second half. Good clearance there. Take some time off the clock.
Ten seconds till Mitchell gets out of the penalty box, but again, it doesn't affect since he had a 5-minute penalty, so it doesn't result in a power play opportunity for the Boulder team.
Down to 2.5 minutes, a little over. And just no looks at all for the Halo, and Chavez will handle that one. Now Amarillo's going to spend a timeout. Talk about things just a little bit.
Mitchell's still in the box. He hasn't been let out yet. Boy, I guess he was a bad boy.
He must have been.
Got some extra seconds on that.
Some extra punishment there.
He's out now. Hey, you got to have that passion. It's a passionate sport. It's a sport around the globe that's played by more people than any other sport in the world, that's for sure.
And we've got the World Cup coming up here this summer in the USA. Can't wait for that.
We're going to have some in Texas, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
I think some down in Houston.
AT&T Stadium in Arlington will be hosts of the World Cup. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, we go back to play now after the Bombers timeout. They're up 5-3.
If you noticed here in the last few minutes, the Bombers have gone to sort of a slow it down offense, just playing very defensively right now, not trying to make a mistake.
Chavez sends it down. Rodriguez keeps it with the Bombers, or actually it was Kanyes.
Got a blue card. Nope, he didn't. I thought he had a card in his hand there for a second.
Well, these last couple of minutes are taking a while. Nope, can't put that in play that quick.
That was Van de Ven. Minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be a foul on the Bombers. So free kick here for Boulder.
Look, Lavalle will put it into play.
Bombers will set up the wall. And a good takeaway by the Bombers. Back the other way, Castaneda one-on-one. Off the wall. Can't get it to Canez. Very nearly had another goal.
And I think they brought in their 6th attacker on there.
They have taken the goalkeeper and pulled him from the game for the final minute 25. Chavez had to reach high for that one, but it was fortunately off the mark.
And Leiva's rebound shot went high above.
Oh, great move. Castaneda couldn't slip it through. Still trying though, and it results in a goal. He'll get the assist. And is that another one for Hernandez? Let's see. I can't see who that is, Phil.
Yeah, I think it's...
Oh, it's able to leave us. That's who it is. No, sorry. 91. Kiki Canez getting the goal.
So Kiki gets in the scoring totals. 1:07 to go.
And that will give
Pretty
a little
much
breathing room to the Bombers here with 1:05 left. Canez, another newcomer on this team, has played well today and finishes off that one with the goal. Chavez boots it down.
They give it to Canez with an assist to Castaneda.
Definitely Castaneda had made that one happen. Showed great determination. 25 seconds left. Shot deflected away nicely by Adrian Miller. Darren Mitchell back on. Final 10 seconds of this one. And that will do it. It wasn't easy, but the Amarillo Bombers win their season opener by a final of 6-3 over a tough Boulder United team here this afternoon in Amarillo. Again, Phil, it took a lot, but the Bombers find a way to win, and that's what good teams do.
Well, they scored 5 goals in the second half, 2 in the third, and 3 in the third. Come away with a 6-3 victory in their initial contest of 25-26. They outshot Boulder 38-17 for the game, and in the second half they outshot them 21-7 and come up with the big 5 goals in the second half. Started out with 11:48 to go in the first on a Carlos Hernandez, first of 3 goals for him on the day, giving it a 1-0 lead for the Bombers. Giovanni Herrera has one on the top of the arc to score with 4:33 to go in the first quarter to tie it up at 1-1. Second quarter, Luis Reyes scores with 2:24 to go on a ball that was misplayed by the goalkeeper Fredo Chavez, and Boulder led 2-1 at the half. Third quarter, 3:55 to go as Carlos Hernandez comes up with his second goal of the game to tie it up at 2-2. And a minute 20 later, Emma Salea with a goal to make it 3-2. Then early in the fourth quarter, 14:38 to go, Carlos Hernandez, number 3 on the day, the hat trick, 4-2 on the lead. And Darwin Leiva comes back just about a minute and 40 later to get a goal to make it 4-3 Bombers. And then after that, a minute 30 later, Luis Esteban scores a goal for the Bombers to make it 5-3. And then Kiki Canez finishes up with 1:07 to go to clinch it by a final score of 6-3. So the Bombers go to 1-0. Boulder to 0-2, and next up for the Bombers will be Saturday, January 3rd, 7 o'clock. Here at the Amarillo Civic Center, and the Boulder United team will be on the road on Sunday the 4th of January, 1 o'clock or noon Mountain Time at the Utah Uprising. So Mike, nice start. A lot of older players, experienced players with the team for the Bombers. Had some new players, especially Carlos Hernandez coming in and really doing a terrific job, scoring 3 goals, and good start for the defending champs. So, anyway, that's it from the Amarillo Civic Center. Mike Roden, thank you for your play-by-play today. We appreciate that so very much. I'm Phil Woodall, and we want to say thanks to Jarrell for, even though they told him the game was at 6 o'clock, he got up here and rushed it like a true pro and got the broadcast on for you. We certainly hope you enjoyed it on MLIS Pro TV and on our YouTube.